When someone comes to me and asks for a spiritual healing, the first thing I do is look at their picture. If they don't have a current picture, I ask them to send me a current picture. And that's just so that I can look at their physical body and look at the two layers of energy that are around them. And what I've noticed when looking at people, I can see these little dark specks. These things are many, many different things. They are either little energy deposits, like a negative emotion or something along those lines, something that we would consider negative and unwanted. Or they could be little implants that were either put there at our request or by someone else. Some of the things we need to resolve. Some of the negative energy that you find, that might be an emotion. Maybe they had a traumatic event that changed their life, and so it scarred them emotionally, caused them to release some negative energy, and so it hung out in their energy field. Those things are something that we need to work on to resolve. The little implants that I've been finding in people, they range from many different things. Some people call these things blocks, but it's because they can't see them. They don't know what it is. They don't understand what it is that's holding them back from accomplishing a goal. In the past, I've heard it worded as, the things you speak, your thoughts, like if someone tells you that you're worthless, it creates this little mark, this little implant sort of thing in your energy field. Not necessarily a good thing. So if someone says, well, I can't make money, or I make poor eating choices, or things like that, and then they consider them a block that needs to be resolved in some way. A lot of times, if you just remove those unwanted implants, you notice a difference. How we get them? The ones that we request, and this was brought to my attention. You know how everyone, all of a sudden, there's like this big surge of people who call themselves light workers? Okay. When you gave yourself that title and you agreed to the duties of a light worker, you received implants. Those were something that you agreed to, and they were put in by our Creator. So some of them may be helping you, and some of them may be hindering you. And it's that way with many different implants that we receive. You may have run into someone along your way that maybe you were in a relationship with them, maybe you were just friends, maybe they were trying to help you in some way, or maybe you came across someone who didn't exactly like you. These people, whether they realize it or not, could be creating these little implants and leaving them behind in your energy. Some know they are doing it, and some do not. When these implants were explained to me, I was shown how they were created and how they were implanted. It's not hard to do. Not teaching anybody that knowledge because it's not useful. It actually kind of pisses me off that people have been doing that. I had a boyfriend in the past that at the time was more spiritually aware than what I was. And rather than him trying to help me gain knowledge and grow, he attached himself to me in many different ways. And he would say it, and I always thought that he was crazy, but he would say, "Oh, I'm putting all these little strings to you so that I never lose you. I'm always going to be with you." And at the time I was like, man, this guy's nuts. I don't even know what he's talking about. Well, guess what? I learned the hard way on that one. I know exactly what he was talking about. And it took me a couple of years to clear all of the crap that he had put inside my energy field. So when you talk about the implants and attachments and things like that, that's simply what it is. It's a multiple of things collected in your energy, most of it not really helping you at all. And so to clear those things is a benefit to you. When someone comes to me for healing and I see these things, we automatically start clearing them from the person so that they can grow and expand and gain knowledge. Now, on the flip side of that, because we can create our own and we can ask for them, say you want to create something in your life. You could, in a sense, create an implant that would enhance your ability to do something, whatever it is. Say you want to be more creative. Once the implants that are there that are no longer serving you, that are blocking you from the goal that you would like to accomplish, if that is not enough to help you work towards that goal, you can have one, request one, be implanted to help you. Say you want to be a painter. You want to be more creative. And all the blocks that have been holding you back have been removed. Well, you could, in a sense, create something to boost those abilities, which that part's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So, implants are quite extensive. Many, many different kinds. And so far, looking around at people, we have 900 at least. At least. Some people have more. I recently saw a picture of a woman who was so dark looking. I mean, she's depressed and angry, and she's got all of these negative things going on in her life. And I looked at her, and I'm telling you guys, I don't even know how she manages to function. She has so many. And her past life, you know, she has run into people along the way that, even in this lifetime, they're not helping her. They're harming her. And they're leaving little pieces of themselves behind inside this woman's energy field. It's not good. Not good at all. So those things, they need to be cleaned up. If you're watching this video, you're already getting some cleanup done. It's going to take a while because there's a lot of them. 3 days for me. Remember, I've been 3 days at this process cleaning up some of these things that I'm aware of. Not to mention the ones that were removed before I was made aware of it. They've already, I'm up to almost 600 now that they've removed. So it's a beautiful thing. Once it's done, I'm going to be so forever grateful. I mean, I already am, but it's going to be way more than anything. I mean, it's awesome. So that would be implants and negative energy, okay? And now there's a little bit more that I want to explain on attachments. I told you about the ex who attached himself to me. People do this. Some know they're doing it, and some don't realize they're doing it. And you may or may not even realize how many you're actually accepting. Let's use Facebook for an example. When you go into a group on Facebook and you agree with whatever description that the group has set forth, you are actually agreeing to receive what they are giving. Now, whoever created that group may or may not be implanting something. Guaranteed, you're connected to them in some way, whether it's some sort of string type attachment or an implant. There's something that has drawn you to the group that you have accepted and you are living with now. So when they talk about cutting the cords, so to speak, cutting those connections, cutting away the attachments, there's a lot to go into explaining that. You not only have to remove yourself from that situation, but you need to remove yourself from other people who are deeply into it that don't understand that maybe they're connecting to you. So, for an example, I join a Facebook group. I get a message from someone that says, hey, this is the information we're sharing. We hope you really like this person. They share all this beautiful, loving, new age, all these good things, happy, positive vibes coming from here. Well, I received a picture of the person along with the little greeting message. Having the ability to see past the skin. I look at this person's picture and I clearly see that they are not who they say they are. And their agenda was definitely not what this person was toting. And so I pointed it out to the person. But the person was so damn sure that this group was the greatest thing ever created on Facebook, and everybody needed to belong to it. And I just said to them, I told them the truth. I said, look, that person has bad intentions. Well, so the guy attacked me, verbally attacks me. I mean, he's so far gone, got so many attachments, probably got an implant, and he doesn't even realize what he's doing. It's very sad. Very, very sad. And I've run into this a lot. I mean, people just attacking me verbally, and on a spiritual level, because they don't even understand what's happening. They don't understand that they're even doing it, I don't think. Because believe me, if someone was actually trying to help you, if someone actually created a group to really send out a positive vibe, don't you think they should at least be toting someone who truly is positive? And if someone points it out to them that they're not, don't you think that they should stop and reconsider? Think about the entire situation, the big picture? I mean, so those that don't, that just lash out verbally at you, even though they're supposedly toting this peace and love crap, yeah, I called it crap. They're lashing out. So how does that go in with the peace and love? Things to think about. So that's all I'm going to say about implants. If you would like more information on them, as the entities are working with you, you are more than welcome to ask for explanations. If you, before you go to bed, ask for dreams. Ask for dreams to understand what is happening. And then after you ask for the dream, make sure that you add that you would like to remember it when you wake. And should you remember a dream when you wake up in the morning, make sure that you write it down, because throughout the day, you're going to lose the details of that dream. So that's all I have to say about implants. Some of them are good, some of them we asked for, some of them we received along the way unknowingly, and that's about it. If you have more questions on it, I would prefer that you work it out with your higher self, ask through meditation. If you're still not finding the answers, then please feel free to send me a message. I would be more than happy to see what I can find. But just understand that, I am a person, and I do have a life, and I do have a lot of people that I work with. So if you're coming to me and you're saying, hey, they took this implant out that, was, I don't know, maybe it was some little minute thing, and you understood that it didn't serve a purpose for you, but you wanted more details on it. I mean, you gotta ask yourself why you want the details on it. I mean, if the implant didn't serve you, it didn't serve you. And you'll notice along the way as they're being removed, you will notice subtle changes along the way. And if you feel the need to share stories about it, go right ahead. Please post away, because it's a beautiful thing. And as we all grow and heal and have these things removed, it's just going to release even more blockages that we have. So it's always nice to hear when, the entities are doing a good job. And if you need me, you know where to find me. Love you guys.